Welcome to this lesson on ClusterIP Service in Kubernetes. ClusterIP is one of the fundamental building blocks of Kubernetes networking. Throughout this video, we'll explore how ClusterIP enables internal communication between applications running inside your Kubernetes cluster. Let's dive in and understand this essential service type. ClusterIP is the default Kubernetes service type. Whenever you create a service without specifying a type, Kubernetes automatically assumes you want a ClusterIP service. Its primary purpose is to expose applications internally within the cluster, meaning only components inside your cluster can access it. ClusterIP provides a stable internal IP address that acts as a reliable endpoint for pod-to-pod communication, even when individual pods are constantly being created, destroyed, or rescheduled. ClusterIP has 4 key characteristics that make it unique. First, it's internal only, meaning it cannot be accessed from outside the cluster, keeping your backend services secure. Second, it provides automatic load balancing by distributing incoming traffic evenly across multiple pods. Third, it assigns a stable IP address that doesn't change, enabling reliable service discovery. And fourth, it's the default type, automatically selected whenever you don't explicitly specify a service type in your configuration. Let's look at the basic structure of a ClusterIP service definition. The YAML file starts with the standard API version v1 and kind service. Under metadata, you give your service a name. In the spec section, you specify the type as ClusterIP. The selector field defines which pods this service will route traffic to using label matching. In the ports section, you define the port that the service exposes, which is port 80 in this example, and the target port, which is the port where your application listens inside the pod. Here it's 8080. Understanding the different port fields is crucial for configuring ClusterIP correctly. The port field represents the service port, which is the port exposed by the ClusterIP service itself. Other pods in the cluster will use this port to communicate with your service. The target port field represents the pod port, which is the actual port where your application listens inside the container. Finally, the selector field uses labels to identify which pods should receive the traffic. These labels must match the labels defined in your pod specifications. Let's visualize how traffic flows through a ClusterIP service. When a ClusterIP service is created, Kubernetes assigns it a virtual IP address from a reserved pool, for example, 10.96.0.50. When other pods send requests to this ClusterIP on port 80, the service automatically balances the traffic across all matching backend pods. Each of these pods listens on port 8080 as defined in the target port field. This architecture ensures that even if pods are scaled up, scaled down, or replaced, the ClusterIP remains constant and traffic continues flowing seamlessly. ClusterIP is widely used in various scenarios within Kubernetes clusters. It's perfect for database access, allowing your applications to connect to internal databases like MySQL or PostgreSQL without exposing them externally. In microservices architectures, ClusterIP enables secure service-to-service communication between different components. For cache services like Redis or Memcached, ClusterIP provides internal access for fast data retrieval. And for message queues such as RabbitMQ or Kafka, ClusterIP facilitates backend communication, ensuring your messaging infrastructure remains isolated within the cluster. Let's summarize what we've learned about ClusterIP services. First, ClusterIP is the default service type for internal cluster communication, automatically selected when no type is specified. Second, it provides a stable IP address and DNS name for service discovery, ensuring reliable pod-to-pod connectivity. Third, it includes built-in load balancing that distributes traffic across multiple backend pods automatically. And finally, it's perfect for internal microservices and databases, keeping your backend infrastructure secure and isolated. ClusterIP is an essential tool in your Kubernetes networking toolkit, enabling seamless internal communication while maintaining security.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.